Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Shakur Stevenson, Stephen A. Smith, top pick for Gervonta Davis' next opponent. Shakur Stevenson, the WBC lightweight title, is Stephen A. Smith pick for who Gervonta Davis should fight next in November. Smith favors Stevenson. A fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur would be a tough sell on pay-per-view because Stevenson has no fan base outside of Newark, New Jersey. Stevenson failed to sell out the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for his last fight against Edwin De Los Santos and was booed for his safety-first approach to that contest. Shakur Stevenson, who Stephen A. Smith wants to Gervonta Davis fight next. Now, he is a brilliant tactician and a brilliant boxer. His footwork is magnificent and he's very experienced. It's unclear if Stephen Smith watches much boxing because he sounds like he has scant knowledge about the sport. Shakur is not a puncher and he won't knock out Gervonta Davis or keep him off. The only thing he will do is run around the ring as he did against De Los Santos, Oscar Wallace and Robson Cansequayo. Stevenson's style concerns. Shakur is fighting next month on July 6th against Artem Harutyunyan, and he is not expected to knock out this fighter. It's an important fight for Shakur because he must make it entertaining after his last performance against De Los Santos by standing his ground instead of running for 12 rounds. That's asking a lot of Shakur because he's been fighting with the same style since his major days, and he won't change now. My issue is, I don't know if he has the power to stop Gervonta, which means he would basically be watching the fight to see if he'll outbox Gervonta or he will survive. That's not a fight I want, says Stephen. No one in the lightweight division has the power to KO Tank Davis. Tank is so much more powerful than people realize. I want to see him at 140-pound limit. Don't make Ryan Garcia come down to 35. Don't have the registration clause in there. I would like to see him in with the Teofimo Lopez too. Not Devin Haney because even though Haney is a fabulous boxer, I don't think he can take a punch from Gervonta. Davis has added yet another scalp to his resume by spectacular defeating fellow American boxer Frank Martin. Tank successfully defended his WBA lightweight championship by beating Martin via 8-round KO. He handed the Ghost his first professional boxing defeat and issued the boxing world a terrifying reminder of his wounded knockout power. It marked his first fight since a 7th-round KO victory against boxing superstar Ryan Garcia in April 2023. The consensus is that Tank's awe-inspiring return to the squared circle, his wishes to knock out Martin early tonight, has set the stage for an even more high-profile clash next. Today we look at the likeliest next fights for Gervonta. Ryan Garcia rematch. Since their first encounter last year, Ryan Garcia has consistently suggested that he was not at his best due to the registration clause heading into their first fight. He believes he would easily dispatch Gervonta Davis in a possible rematch. Meanwhile, Davis recently claimed he was open to their rematch, albeit once again at the weight stipulated by him. In the aftermath of the Davis-Martin fight, a cordial interaction ensued with Davis inside the ring and King Rice standing on the apron. During their seemingly light-hearted conversation, Garcia showed off both sides of the t-shirt he was sporting. The next on the t-shirt's front read as Tank's #1 fan, whereas that on its back read as Rematch Me. Davis and Garcia were all smiles when they greeted one another and seemed to share a laugh over the t-shirt. Garcia is currently being investigated by the WBC and the New York State Athletic Commission after testing positive for a doping test. As for Davis, during his post-fight press conference, he was asked about his conversation with his #1 fan, Garcia. Gervonta replied by indicating that King Rai was lobbying for a rematch against him, warning that he will knock him out again. WBA lightweight Kingpin stated, "Alright, he's crazy, he's talking about rematch. He said I was the best at 35 up to 32. He said that, he say he wanna fight me again. I will fight him again," Gervonta Davis said. Gervonta Davis vs Shakur Stevenson, battle of unbeaten young fighters. Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson have long been at odds. For years, many view of Davis and Stevenson as world championship caliber fighters, and the masterful pugilists did live up to their expectations. Presently, the 29-year-old Davis holds the WBA lightweight title, whereas the 26-year-old Stevenson possesses the WBC lightweight title. Incidentally, Frank Martin was expected to face Stevenson for the latter's WBC lightweight title. However, Martin eventually opted to fight Davis for the WBA lightweight title instead, and came up short in his bid to dethrone Gervonta. Considering the variables at play, a potential Davis-Stevenson grudge match could be an incredible fight. With Davis dominantly defeating Martin, Stevenson took to social media and insinuated that he will shock the world by beating the Gervonta Davis. Nevertheless, Stevenson first has to defend his WBC lightweight title against Artem Haratunian on July 6, 2024. So incidentally, Haratunian's coming off a unanimous decision defeat against Martin. If Stevenson wins his upcoming fight and faces Davis, their clash would be a title unification matchup with the WBC and WBA lightweight belts at stakes. Isaac Pitbull Cruz rematch. Out of Gervonta Davis' 30 opponents in the sport of professional boxing, only 2 have managed to go the distance with him thus far. The first is German Miraz, who went the 6-round distance in a unanimous decision loss against Gervonta way back in October 2014. The second is Isaac Cruz, who went the 12-round distance in a unanimous decision defeat in the WBA regular lightweight title, 135-pound title fight in December 2021. Both Davis and Cruz have picked up 4 wins respectively after their 2021 showdown. Cruz's latest fight saw him defeat Rolando Romero via 8th-round TKO to win with the WBA super lightweight title in March 2024. Davis is known to be very particular about weight stipulations, and it remains to be seen whether or not he chooses to move up to super lightweight against and perhaps fight Cruz for the WBA super lightweight belt. Irrespective of whether he moves up or Isaac Cruz returns down to lightweight for a rematch, the fact remains that a second showdown between them would certainly pugier fan interest. That's primarily because many felt that tough Pitbull lost to Gervonta Davis on the judges' scorecards. He is been the only boxer to have trouble a prime Gervonta. Malignaggi accuses Gervonta Davis of dodging Shakur Stevenson. Paul Malignaggi, boxing analyst, believes Gervonta Davis is swerving a unification fight against WBC lightweight champ Shakur Stevenson. Malignaggi was frustrated at hearing Gervonta. From Gervonta's perspective, he wants to fight someone who will make an entertaining fight and will look to engage. Shakur's defensive fighting style focuses on not getting hit and pecking away with jabs. Age and prime concerns. They talked about Stevenson was. Malignaggi forgets that Shakur came off a horrible performance against Edwin de los Santos last November, and his popularity is at an all-time low after that fight. After the way Shakur fought, you can blame Gervonta for not wanting anything to do with fighting him because few fighters do. No one wants to chase a runner around the ring for 12 rounds and then be on the receiving end of a controversial decision like we saw with De Los Santos. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.